Hey guys, you're welcome to Founders Connect, a new series I started on my YouTube channel where I interview your favorite African tech entrepreneurs. Today, I'm going to be interviewing Tosin of Money Africa. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome.
Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Itimi, a change maker, professional, and creative who is passionate about growing people and growing businesses. Like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and please always share my videos. It promises to always be impactful and insightful.
Okay, so let's start with you describing yourself in one phrase. How would you describe yourself?
Oh wow, just one word.
Just or a phrase like
A phrase. Okay. Optimizing for happiness.
Oh, nice. Optimizing for happiness.
Yes.
That is really, really nice. Okay, so I was looking through your LinkedIn and I realized that between 2009 and 2007, you had a typical 9 to 5.
Yes,
CNBC, Bloomberg, like, oh my God. How is it like? Like, how were those experiences like?
It was really amazing. I'm going to be very honest. It was really amazing. So the energy that CNBC Africa gave me, or that of Bloomberg TV Africa, or even working with British America Tobacco, it was really, really nice. So whenever I look back, I'm like, I'm so glad I had those experiences, from the networking, from the leadership, from your bosses, from your subordinates. Like, the entire ecosystem was just really amazing.
How do you think that those experiences has shaped who you are now as an entrepreneur?
Let me give you a perfect example. So I have a degree in accounting and finance, and then I worked in audits, right? So I transitioned then to CNBC Africa, and after doing a stock trading show, they asked me, do you want to join us and be talking about this? It's like, what? I'm coming from a cutthroat accounting and finance, and we're just facing the computers and we're doing all these things, and now we have to transition into talking about it on television. So it was an experience, and it was a learning experience. So taking those skills, bringing it into media, and then talking through it, and it came in handy. So when we built Money Africa, that skill that I thought, I was just talking about the numbers. Now
you just transferred it.
So yeah.
Amazing. So why did you eventually, what was that, after spending this long, like almost close to 10 years, and you walked your way through the career ladder, going from like this amazing company to another amazing company, like, okay, you know what, I want to leave. Like, why and how did you do it?
That's a good one. So I turned 30, and just 6 months before my 30th birthday, I'd gone on a Europe trip with my best friend, and I was like, oh my gosh, I want something else, and I can't put a finger on it. So she was asking me, do you want to go for another role? Do you want to join another company? At that same time, another multinational was reaching out to me. Now, this was a company I'd always dreamt of working with. So I was like, am I going to take a leap and go again into this? But I'm not exactly sure what I wanted. So I told myself, I'm going to buy myself time. I'll take a 6-month sabbatical and just chill. So I'm going to chill. If I were to go to London, I can have a free place to stay. If I stay in Lagos, I've already paid 1 year's rent. So I've taken away the biggest problem of,
Where to stay
and things like that. So I'm just going to take 6 months off and think, explore, and see what happens. So in the process of taking 6 months off, everybody knows me. If anything were to happen, I always talk about, are you saving? Are you investing? Normal conversation. It's so bad. I remember there was a time my friend had bought this really big new car, and she was hiding it from me because she knew I was going to be like,
police.
Is this the most important thing right now? Didn't you see a smaller Toyota? She knew I was going to do that, right? So that passion came true, and I'll be going on Instagram, I'll be going on Twitter, just talking about it, and then it just literally caught fire. So I thought to myself, let's do it properly.
Interesting. So I thought that maybe you're like, oh, you know what, I want to go do this, and then you left.
No.
So you just found it along the way.
I found it along the way.
Amazing. And so when you now said, okay, you know what, this is not just an Instagram thing, I'm doing during my sabbatical, what was the first step that you took in making it into a brand that you own?
Great. So how and why did we make it into a brand? A company reached out to us and they said, Tosin, we want you to talk about an insurance product. And I was like, how should I price it? The shooting was going to take just approximately 2 hours. So I started reaching out to my friends. Hi guys, this insurance company called me. What should I ask for? They're like, okay, try ask them for ₦1 million. Let's see what happens. Lo and behold, I sent them an invoice. It was ₦1 million, and they asked me for my account details. I was like,
whoa.
If people are willing to pay for it, then it's time for you to start taking it seriously. So there and then, I called the lawyer. I said, I want to trademark this name, and we want to register as a company. It was almost as though it was a validation, for lack of better words. Knowing that people are willing to pay for this, then let's do it properly.
Amazing. Yeah. And it's been 3 years now.
And it's been 3 years now.
How's it been? What has been your biggest wins?
My biggest wins, let me tell my story. So, I told you that I have an accounting degree.
Yeah.
I have 2 degrees in accounting, and I also have professional qualifications. But in the first 4 years of my career, I struggled with my money. right? So I was living from hand to mouth. Then I was working in South Africa and I got paid really well. I mean, this is a 20-year-old, your first job with good income and nothing to show for it. So it was either a holiday in Cape Town or new shoes, new clothes. I did that for 4 years.
You're just balling.
Just balling. I mean, in my own little way. So when I was relocating to Nigeria, guess what I had? I only had my small car, right? So I thought to myself that at least maybe 3 weeks before I get on the plane, I'm going to sell my car, take the cash, and then wait till I transition into a new job.
Yeah.
I'd gone for a fashion show in Santon, and unfortunately the car got stolen. And I have no insurance, right? So that means that
So
the
you
only
had
thing,
nothing.
nothing. So when I moved back to Lagos, like went back to my parents' place, which is not a bad thing, but guess what? I had nothing. It was so bad. I was in church that day. My mom squeezed in 500 naira in my hands to pay offering. And that day I
Damn.
cried. Now, this is person earning relatively well. And offering, they had to put money in my hand. And I cried that I said, I never want this to happen again. So immediately I got back and I got a new job. I had to clean up my books. This is my income. This is my expense. I had to start teaching myself. Now, back then, there was no, now, thank God, like so many platforms now, we're seeing financial literacy. It's now slowly becoming mainstream, right? But it wasn't then. Then the markets were targeting high income earners. Nobody was speaking to your 20-year-old, maybe 100K a month and things like that. So I had to start teaching myself. I remember buying things in the stock market, and I think I bought a couple of shares. I was looking at it grow. I was like, how can I buy treasury bills? I was searching and doing all of this myself because I didn't want a repeat of what happened. I didn't want to go back there, right? So you know how the money is just piling up in your bank account. So let me use a false number. Let's say you were getting paid 200K, and let's say you spent like 80K or 100K this month. So you have 100K left there. Then the next month's salary comes. What was that? There has to be a better way around it. So it was a lot of research, a lot of try and error. And once I figured it out, I just wanted to tell the whole world. Like I just wanted to, it was like an evangel, like you just found Christ. Like, come and hear, you can fix your finances.
I found gold.
You know, I found gold, and I just want to talk about the money, and I just want to teach people about it. So it was more like a personal experience. So all this time during this, I mean, now I'm now on a sabbatical. I'm not doing anything, and there's this thing that is really burning, and I really love to talk about. So I went in. Boom, 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 every day. Dun, 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 dun. And that's how we did it. So
Amazing. So back to the original question, what has been the biggest win, aside the fact that now that you're financially independent and you can pass this along?
That many people can also tell that story. So what I went through that they were also trying it, that was the thing. So them also being saying that, Tosin, I'm not able to fix my books. I'm not able to fix my account. Right. So now we've been doing this now for approximately 3 years. Somebody reached out the other day, oh, Tosin, you know, I saved up. I'm going to go to this course somewhere. Oh, Tosin, you know, I'm going to do these things. Oh, you know, I can see the bigger picture. And that is my highlights. When people see the light, like, oh my gosh, you know, we can actually do
your
this.
passion is just radiated. Anybody that watches this knows that you're really passionate about this.
You know, I always used to think that entrepreneurship was a whole new, and this is me being honest. Like I felt like, you know, how to get, like, have $1 million naira, or maybe really have this really big, amazing idea that's like bringing in tons and tons of cash. But numbers don't lie. When it actually shows that it's the compounding and the steadiness and just being consistent. So when it works, just want to show everybody that, listen, this thing works. Just stick to it. It works.
Amazing. So what would you say is the thing that you've done for Money Africa as a brand that differentiates you from every other brand out there?
All right. So I actually find this thing very interesting, right? What differentiates us is, I think when we started, we wanted to speak in layman terms. We wanted to be able to relate it to normal things. There was a video we did on BBL. I think lately, like, you know, there's now this whole new craze in Lagos, or even Nigeria as a whole, of the BBL thing, and we taught budgeting with it. So now other people would have said, oh, no, don't do this. No, we respect choices. Do whatever you like, but we just want to talk about the numbers. Can you afford it? That's the question. And it was amazing. So just being able to use real life examples and being able to teach it. So for instance, we're talking about cost. Like, for whenever I'm shooting Money Africa's video, I'd get a makeup artist and do really lovely makeup and all of that. Then I thought to myself, my gosh, I do these videos quite often. How can I cut down on that cost? So we thought, instead of shooting several videos, do everything at once, you save cost. Or I learn the art and I'm able to do my makeup myself, and then we save on cost. So just sharing this real, people are tired of textbook. There's textbook out there. They can go on Google. So bring it home. Relatable examples. What can I trade off? Should I use an Uber or should I buy my own car? Real examples.
I need to come for that particular lecture. Amazing. And
Yeah.
then now you've gone from just building the edtech platform, Money Africa, to
Yeah.
Ladda. Is that
Yes.
correct pronunciation?
Yes, that's the correct
Tell me about Ladda.
All right, great. So what we noticed, I mean, we've been in operation now for about 3 years, and we have over 4,000 people signed up for our paid platform. However, we've been able to influence and help over 100,000 people. So I told myself, Tosin, these 100,000 people, where are they going? Yeah. So it's like you're telling people, this is how to take a shower. You take the soap, you wash your hair, and you pour water. But who are they buying the soap from, and where are they getting the water? I was like, you guys, you can build an ecosystem here. So because they kept asking us, where should we go? It's like, dang, we should have answered this question since. That's your moat. When people keep saying this is a problem, then fantastic plug. So that's what we did. So then we created a platform where they can, get mutual funds, get savings. We're currently working on stocks, insurance products, and all of that. So that way we can just
So you learn on Money Africa, get the knowledge, and then go to Ladda and apply the knowledge. Wow.
And hopefully one day they'll have their kids and we'll get them
amazing.
too.
I mean, she said
So,
she's building an ecosystem. That's like mind-blowing. So what new challenges are you facing with this fintech? It's a fintech.
It's a fintech.
So you're a fintech startup founder.
Yes. So what are the new challenge? Of course, our strength is in terms of content, in terms of marketing, in terms of growth. We have that on lockdown. However, you need other strength like the technology angle of building a tech startup and all of that. So now meeting that gap, building the right team, finding people that compensate for the weaknesses is actually being the learning experience and just basically holding all of that together.
Are you having to build a new team entirely from scratch?
Yeah.
So you're going to manage it. Like, I'm just trying to wrap my head around it. There's a Money Africa team, there's a Ladda team.
Ladda team. I initially was like, oh my gosh, there's Money Africa team, then there's the Ladda team. Like, how big will it go? And then over Christmas, we're launching a book for children about financial literacy. And I'm like, why not? The market is there. So basically, I guess the biggest blessing and the biggest curse will be getting the team right, and that one we're working on it.
I mean, I'm sure you get it right.
Yeah, I'm hopeful.
I mean, so are you going to raise money for Ladda? Are you going to treat like the usual tech startup?
Usual tech startup. We want to do something different. Let's see how far we can go, right? So we're currently using we're bootstrapping. We've got a couple of seed, right? Let's see how it goes, and then as time goes on, we'll say, okay, do we want to raise more money? Do we want to do this? Do we want to do that? I think the most beautiful part about this thing is that we're willing to explore and we're willing to try new things. Let's see. Never can tell.
Amazing. So this is one question I ask almost all my guests. What is your biggest lesson so far and your favorite failure?
Okay. Favorite failure is you know how you sort of do due diligence and you think that you have everything right, and then it comes and stabs you like, what did we do wrong? Like, could we have done more? You know how you always just go back and ask yourself, what else could we have done? Did we speak to more people and things like that? I think that would just be in terms of biggest failure there. But in terms, so what's the other question?
The biggest lesson you've learned in these 3 years of being an entrepreneur.
The biggest lessons we've learned is you have to be willing to try. And there's always a next level. Really. So when you think, oh my God, we're doing this so great, there's always a next level. So now we have over almost 200,000 people across social media platforms. Could it be 1 million? Could it be 5 million? There's always a next level. So I think that's just the biggest part. And also being able to carry the team, with enthusiasm that we're all looking forward to. Because I feel like if you don't enjoy it again, what's the purpose, right? So we're very passionate about optimizing for happiness. Even when we speak to people about money, why are you doing it? It has to have a bigger purpose. What is your purpose? What is your why? So I think that why, that optimization, that joy, we're selling happiness, for lack of better words, and then it sort of keeps us going and being able to find new grounds.
Amazing. So, I mean, and I can almost answer this question I want to ask, but I'm going to still ask anyway. I believe that as we grow, right, there are different defining moments or experiences that we have that end up shaping who we are. And if you look back in your journey, you can actually pick that this moment or this experience has really, really been a part of my core. Do you have like 1, 2, or 3 of those that you can share?
I think it's my dad. So my dad is only getting his tertiary education now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so when he was much younger, he comes from a poor family, and then he had to save money to be able to pay for his own school. So he worked during the summer holiday, the September holiday, that June to September. He would work and then use it to pay his school fees and all of that. So over a period of time, I knew he saved a lot of money to go to university in the US, and they denied his visa, and he had to sort of work for himself. So it's quite a long story short. For me, it's been my dad's journey. So we lived in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Then we relocated to South Africa. Now here is a man that was literally just doing business and just hustling and just seeing his journey. He wants to dream. Nothing is impossible. He wants to try everything. So whenever I feel like I'm in a tight space and I just look at my dad, I'm like, push the envelope, push. So yeah, he's life, and just being with him, and I think that was the defining moment for us.
Awesome. And what has been the hardest part of building what you've built so far?
I think the hardest part. The hardest part actually has to be building a team. The truth is, it's like you're going on a journey with a boat. If people are not using the pedals properly, what are those things called? Are they called pedals?
I think the paddles.
Thank you. The paddles. If people are not using the paddles properly, we can be going in the other direction. So ensuring that everybody on the boat is paddling in the right direction, we're all moving forward, and that is the biggest part. So being able to know that, you know what, this person is not the best person for that, get them out, put the right person, and we're all paddling. That is the hardest part, because the truth is, if it's a one-man person, you can control your thoughts and do all of
just
that.
all you.
But when you need harmonization, and everybody needs to be going in the same direction.
How many people are in your team now?
Currently 8.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you're paying 8 people's salaries.
Yeah.
I mean,
regularly, without fail.
Without fail. I mean, when you moved to Nigeria with nothing, lost your car and everything, did you ever think that, you know, at some point I'm going to be hiring people and having 2 startups?
To be honest, I knew that I was going to excel in my career. I'm going to be honest. I always know I'm going to do really well in my career. But did I think I was going to build in fintech or build an ed tech and actually pay people and do great things in this space? No, I didn't. No.
Amazing. Is there anything that you would change about your journey?
There were
or something
times,
you would do differently?
Something I would do differently. I feel like we should have. I was looking into our diary, and the plan to have an aggregator was since January 2019, but we felt like, I felt like we should have moved immediately, right? So we delayed that move, but that's fine. There's always time, and you can catch up and and just move on. Yeah, and then what other thing could I have done differently? I think sometimes also have more faith in ourselves. I felt like we could have held ourselves back. We should run.
Just do it. Just try.
Just do it.
Amazing. Can you tell us like one ridiculous goal that you've ever set for yourself in business, and you're like, it's so ridiculous that it won't happen, but let me just do it anyway, and you're like, oh my god, it happened.
Okay, that has happened.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. So we always wanted to be like thought leader for anything personal finance, right? So now LinkedIn reached out to us a few weeks ago, and they were like, listen, we're looking at you, wanted to look at you as one of the strong voices. And I was like, really? Like, out of everybody in the whole world, and you're only choosing 10 people for finance, and you're choosing Tosin of Money Africa from Nigeria. I was like, wow. It's almost like, it's like, you guys
another
are doing,
validation.
you're doing the right thing. So it's really amazing. So just call it from big names that we never thought, we're going to work with, and everything just sort of aligning itself together. All the brands you've always admired, all the people you've always admired, everybody just wanting you guys to be at the table. That means a lot. We didn't know it was going to happen so quickly. But yeah, we're glad it's happening.
Amazing. So one question I have is about, so you say in tech ecosystem, there are a lot of people who are building startups, and the norm now is to have a co-founder, especially if you can't code, a tech co-founder. Do you have one?
Not yet, but we plan to have one in the future. So the thing is, being a co-founder is like a marriage, right? So you just also want to get it right.
Yeah.
You're not rushing to it and all of that. So at least we have a CTO, we have all those other members, and as time goes on, I'm sure it would be nice. They always say you want to go fast, go with other people. So we're very open to it, but we just don't have one now.
Okay, awesome. I think you've answered all my questions. And it was like, I don't think we've done 20 minutes yet, right? Interesting. Okay, so we'll just wrap up anyway, because you've answered most of the questions I had. So next part is just like lightning round. So I'll just ask you like questions and just like real quick. No right now, what would you say is your wildest dream?
Wow. My wildest dream would be to be able to bridge education gap in Nigeria. I'm very passionate about the whole bet lottery, just being able to give the opportunity to other people, and I'm talking about quality education. Yeah. So that would be my wildest dream. Imagine working with a badass team, and we're able to reach out to more children, put them into the education system. I think that it pops in my head every now and then. I know it's not our core, but it's something that is it's my wildest.
And do you see yourself building like a lot more businesses than just to product the current?
I can tell, because I did not see Ladda at the beginning when we started Money Africa. So who can tell? There could be more. I see it actually happening. To be honest, I see us building a couple more.
Also, what's your favorite city?
Cape Town. I could be biased. I lived in South Africa for about 10 years.
So, yeah.
So that could be biased.
Interesting. What's your favorite food?
I love anything rice. Just give me rice.
Okay. Instagram or Twitter?
Can I come on?
It has to be one.
I personally, okay, Twitter. Okay.
Twitter. Texting or calling?
Say that again.
Texting or calling?
Texting.
Oh, okay. Cereal before milk or milk before cereal?
Ah, it has to be milk before cereal.
Oh shit. This video is over, guys. This video is over, guys. You're the first guest who is speaking milk before cereal.
Yeah,
and I'm not doing it again. I don't get it. No. Okay, so I'm not asking any other question. We'll just round up. What would you so one of the things I noticed recently is that, especially in tech ecosystem, you hardly find a lot of women CEOs. Okay, so we have a few women co-founders, right? With one or a male co-founder or two male co-founder, but we don't have a lot of women in the tech ecosystem. So for women who might have the zeal and the drive and the passion, but they feel like we're not a lot here. Maybe I need to go and get two other men to come form the team with me. What can you say to them? Because you're doing this thing on your own, building two tech startups. Like, inspire us.
I think what I would say is, I think many a time, many people don't see themselves as they're already doing it, right? So we need to whatever that looks so big, you need to demystify it. Technology is a tool, period, right? So if you start looking at it for just what it is, it's just a tool. So a lot of people already, I've seen a lot of businesses like on Instagram or on other platforms, they're doing great things, but like, how can I bring in tech, structure it? And that's all they just need to do. So it's a mindset thing. Once you start changing that mindset, when you start looking at other ways, then it becomes easier. And also there's power in numbers. When you start seeing more people doing it, then all of a sudden, you know, it becomes easier, and then you're like, oh, this person, then it's possible. Then it's a different narrative. So yeah, demystify that thing that looks so big, and then it's easier to
it's easier to do. Amazing. Demystify that thing that is so big that you feel like I'm not ready yet, or I can't do it alone, and you find that you can actually start at the very least. Thank you so much for that. That was really cool.
Thank you for having me. I enjoyed talking with you.
I really like, you're such a natural, but again, you've been doing courses since forever, so I can imagine. But this was really good. I learned a lot from you, and I'm very inspired by your journey. So please keep building, keep creating. We are watching you and just be like, go Tosin, go Tosin. Thank you. Hey, if you watch this video to the end, thank you so much for being here. It was an amazing conversation with Tosin. I know you had as much fun and learned a lot like I did. So leave a comment down below, and who knows, maybe Tosin will come back to this channel and actually reply your comment. Who knows? But hey guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've not subscribed, click on the button below to subscribe, and also the bell notification button, don't forget it. If you click on it, the next time I release a new video, you'll be the first to get notified for the video. All right guys, peace out.